Okay, so we just started streaming. We're currently streaming. Well, I'm running at almost 4K, 3840 by 2160, but I'm downscaling it to 1080p just for the love of it, and that's what I'm doing. Plus, I'm just testing the GTX 1070 at the moment. The CPU is running around 60%, the GPU is running about 60%. Just running the background stuff. So we just finished the what is it? Arathi Highlands quest, which you've given back the battlefront. Got a cloak of 370 just before I checked over, and I didn't get anything off Doomhowl. Cash this in.
I am listening. Farewell.
Okay, it's amazing to me that some people don't realise. Like my eye level, I haven't rated for about a week and a half. About 376, but I drop it down to 371 for the stats. But buying these things late, use multiple sources. Particularly been using cash. If you run an alt or whatever, you put the time in. Unless you've got tons and tons of gold, like I used to have 2.5 million.
Farewell.
Okay, it's amazing to me that some people don't realise. Very quiet. I'm trying to work that out. My eye level, I haven't rated for about a week and a half. About 376, but I dropped it down to 471 for the stats. But buying these things late, particularly been using cash.
Farewell.
Testing. It's amazing to me that some people don't realise. Very quiet. Check that out. My eye level, I haven't rated for about a week and a half. About 376, but I dropped down to 471 for the stats. But buying these things late, particularly been using cash. Coming through. Just give me a second. Why is my mic so quiet? So I haven't used playback. Parent devices. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. There we go. Maybe it's something to do with the recording software. Ah, it's turned right down. I'll just turn that off. 1 2 1 2. One two one two 1 2. Maybe it's something to do with the recording software. Ah, it's turned right down. Okay, so we got 1 2 3 4. Get it up, you clackerjacker. I'll just turn that off. 1 2 1 2. A B C. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Alright, we'll just see if that works at the moment. So I can hardly see OBS at this level. I have it set up on my laptop to record properly. I don't know what I've done. How hard are we working? So no frames dropped. 8% CPU usage on OBS. That's 70% overall on the CPU and about the same on the GPU. Turn that off properly. I don't know what I've done. How hard are we working? So no frames dropped. Well, that sounds alright, and I start coughing. Work that one out. Turn something. Ah, yeah, I know what I do. Okay. How hard are we working? So no frames dropped. This is the test of the sound testing. Well, that sounds alright, and I start coughing. Work that one out. You're gonna hear some reverb resound coming back as I just twee. Just want to make sure it sounds alright. Hopefully. Turn something. Ah, yeah, I know what I'll do. Well, that's gonna have That's gonna have to do. That sounds fine. At least you can hear the voice. A bit of the music in the background. Okay. I was saying before, my level's up around 376. It probably could be around 380, but I drop it down to 371 because of stats and because on practical use and things like that. It shows a bit of a DPS increase, but when I play it versus having a higher haste and higher mastery, it seems to work wonders. So haste mastery is always the goods. Alright, let's just knock off a couple of these quests, Angela. See what we pick. I think I know exactly what I'll get there. Okay. Okay. Oh god, get over it. What's my FPS? Has it dropped down? Oh, my FPS has dropped down a little bit. Sitting around 60s, 70s, and now I'm getting 30s. So, CPU and everything working a bit harder.
Need help? Be careful.
We'll just do this for a little bit, just to see. Again, I'm playing at almost 4K, or it is close to 4K, and streaming at 1080p, so nothing like testing the parallel system out.
I have many lucky doos you like. Many farewells.
Now the interesting what's the right word? My experience with BFA. A lot of promise. I think Legion. I'm actually regretting Legion because Legion I just didn't want to get into the mythic dungeon scene because I honestly thought it was going to be a lot like the old days of going to dungeons.
The Horde thinks it can operate uncontested in this area. Prove them wrong, champion.
Well, we don't want to take on 4 straight away. Aha. There we go. Explains why he wasn't put on an aggro. Yes, my experience of BFA at the moment is regretting not probably getting stuck in the raiding scene with Legion, but I didn't want to get caught up in the time sink that is raiding. Because raiding, when you play this game originally, because the reality with raiding was there's a lot of barriers. Obviously, you needing to be in a guild.
The Horde will pay in blood for every inch of ground they try to claim. Even small victories can tilt the scales in our favor. Well done.
And Legion actually felt like, with all the artifacts and things like that, felt like there's more going on. I don't know. But again, it felt very much like Mr. Pandaria, when it was again all about fighting the faction, and they were like, keep it in a secret. Unless they're holding things back, they better start pull their bloody fingers out. The raid's been fine, yeah. We're in the guild I've joined. We've got ourselves the first kill of the last 2 mythic bosses. I haven't raided for about a week to 7 days. Mother-in-law sick, work commitments, business commitments, life, and partner wanting lovers and kisses and shit like that. And like here in Australia, and I'm sure this is all over the world, there's a younger guy. I think he's mid-20s. I've never ever allowed a game to get in the way of a relationship, even though that's happened because it's time consuming, and you've had partners before that you try to explain to them, just save it and come. You can't. It's an online game. You can't just turn it off. And but streaming, that's the downfall of streaming. You can see it all, and people can argue what is it's a young fellow, I don't know, it's a bloke on Twitch streaming. He basically gets into a fight with his partner while they're playing Fortnite, and my advice is, I know there's guys that played online with who are well older than me back when I was in my 20s, and even now there's guys in their 30s and 40s are playing. They got young kids, and you hear they're sacrificing because they're playing 5-6 nights a week, and really cuts in your family time. So it's got to be difficult. And this guy he's 26, she's 21. He's got 2 kids, and she's pregnant with a third. He started a software engineer or something at one of the largest telecom companies. And I think if he loses his job, I think that family's broke, and he'll be ever for known as a wife beater. And I'm probably surprised he's not banned on everything, and have to go off and do something else with his life. But enough about that. You can watch on the news. It's an Australian thing. I think it should be all over the world at the moment. But I was going to try to stream in 4K, but I just didn't want to. I've been playing Fallout 76 for a bit, and I tell you what, that game was crashing and giving me all sorts of grief. And the amount of work I've had to do on this PC, Jesus. BIOS updates and things I probably should... Oh, Jesus, so it has turned me. Okay, I needed to go down the bottom, didn't I? Didn't I? Okay. Yeah. That's how you not do that manually. I think there's bloody things in here.
An evil festers in this savage place. See to it that it is driven out.
Hey, did you catch that arena match last night?
Aha.
There will be no place for evil to hide, even in these lands. You have done well.
I actually don't know why I actually did that. I could have just done what I just did. Fuck. Yeah, BFA, my experience, the raid's been decent. The leveling experience, I think initially was good. War mode, not so great. Different on Horde side. I leveled to 120 as a hunter. I've hardly played him, which I just wish I had more time. And I found the leveling and the things, the questing and all that has been good. But it's been again all about once you got through the questing, it's very vague about the battle between the Horde and the Alliance. It just all the talk. It feels like a completely like Legion. At least you had demons and shit all over the place and all that stuff keeping you busy.
Traveler. Fight well, traveler.
1400 artifact power. Well, that'll get me up to level 31. Not that I really need it. I got everything at level 30. So I think initial questing and everything, I'd give it a good 7. You know, questing, leveling, getting to 120, I'd give that a good 7. Solid 7 out of 10.
What can I do for you?
Well, I do for you. But since then, yeah, I think the game drops down considerably. And
Smooth sailing.
I haven't done much PvP. I've honestly... Oh, God. I did play the game quite religiously there from August, launch August, September and October. And I've cut back quite a bit. Rating has been getting through all the normal, the hero and the first couple of bosses in Mythic. And I've been cruising so much as a Warlock, I've forgotten some of my bloody, like, unending resolve. I've just been so used to standing there and just as a Warlock, you know, you use those mitigation effects, but, yeah. Normally, I've usually got such good survival, but the Warlock's a little bit more squishier this time around. I think, and honestly, probably being in a solid guild before BFA launched, they may have had bigger roster, a good chunk of people that are interested in mythic dungeons and raiding.
By the abyssal depths, this aberration must not be allowed to threaten our people any longer.
Bit of raiding, bit of, you know, how's your father? And, where's this dude? Fuck. Ah, right behind me.
Tides bless you. Our valley is safe once more.
Yeah, so I think if you're in a solid guild with a good... To really enjoy this, do it quality, PvP groups, teams, Mythic Dungeon team, and a raid team, and, you know, it's not half bad. But like I said, the leveling and questing was a good 7 out of 10. I'd say 7, 7.5. Somewhere in between there. And I was concerned, much like Mr. Pandaria, that the faction war again, it's piss weak. And I don't know if war mode was meant to, you know, have these epic battles and you throw it on the... Yeah, there's no structure and people get a mess, and unfortunately battlefronts and things like that have not turned out to be the quality. Good concept, but not executed too well. Not too well. Actually, we'll go over here. And all it makes me think is, shit, I should have raided in Legion and did the Mythic Dungeons, but I didn't want to put the time in. But I have to admit, raiding is a time sink, and it's just like our Warlock and some of the raid tiers here, or this raid tier, you've needed Warlocks. So we've been in reasonably high demand, and if you're competent, and honestly, if I was probably pushing things, I could have.
Scouts are reporting a new threat in this area. Kill it before it becomes a bigger problem. Stupendous work. I knew we could count on you to protect us.
I don't want to go anywhere near this area. Or this area in general. Jesus Christ. The, yeah, so that's the problem with the Myth Pandaria was, I guess, the battle with the opposition faction. It just seemed to be unrewarding. And that's the same here as well. Like, I gotta admit, my day one, I was several hours behind, and then when the first Horde 120 started coming through, as I was around run 16 or 117, yeah, fight 1 or 2, I killed off my first 1 or 2, but when they start coming through in 3s and 4s, and they
To me!
purposely don't fight you, they pulled back and circled around and then hit me, 4 on 1. It makes sense.
Intruder! Thornbreaker!
It all makes sense.
Boars will feed on you. Your death brings me glory.
Well, I'm not dead, mate, so sort of. I love the drums. Bit of Lord of the Rings feel.
Alert the crew!
Let's run for the big boy.
Miss Davenport has requested delivery of a few items to aid in the war effort.
Whoops.
That old lady is one tough cookie. We'd be crazy to refuse to help her.
Oh shit. I can't remember this. Any of these big boys? Okay. After playing that game on Fallout 76, which is such a great game to explore, it is a bit of a buggy mess. What are we doing here? Speak to this Shepherd. Shepherd Millbrook. Where the hell are you? Where are you, Shepherd?
Times were simpler once. We will reclaim what's ours.
No. Too easy a quest to do, bugger. There's 20 quick things. Yeah, so BFA, I gotta say, yeah, that's the problem. Is the it's a expansion belt again. I felt a second time on fighting the other faction. I haven't seen it. Again, if the battlefronts were you versus the Horde players,
Colin begins its life amidst great danger. Like these turtles here on the beach.
a whole different thing.
Defend them as they make for the safety of the ocean. Spry young thing.
Okay.
A turtle made it to the water. turtle made it to the water. Thank you, hero.
That's the type of thing, getting stuck on terrain like that, and it's frustrating with this engine. But this does run so much more smoother than Fallout 76. At the moment, Fallout 76, there's so many bugs. At the moment, you get in your power armor, you lose your weight limit. Your carry limit at the moment with all your extra goodies. Just don't understand. I see Fallout 76 is basically Fallout 4 online. It would be interesting if they did... What the hell? Did you all see that?
Love the story of Lo,
Oh,
a young Tortolan who traveled the world. I do enjoy a wild rumpus.
Lo's
On
travels
occasion,
were
I
fraught
have
with-
even been known to partake in a tussle, or even fisticuffs. Well, that's not how the story is supposed to go. Why don't you try again?
Awkward. Action-packed. Sometimes you think, what am I doing with my life?
Lo went on to enjoy a quiet, peaceful life. And a full belly.
Thanks for that, mate.
Good day to you.
Good day here, lad.
Safe passage.
Yeah, so BFA graphics is fantastic. Atmosphere, depending on where you leveled first. I personally leveled first through Drusvar. I saved this Tiragard sound to the end. Went through that. Stormstone Valley, it was brilliant. And then as a result of, all this had... I felt like Horde side was better. Definitely with war mode on. And biggest issue was choices made in class functionality. Like, for whatever reason, they put a lot of effort into for the Warlocks. Demonology gave a great thing, and then they gutted the damage. And even now, she's still far behind. But it's still, you can do a bit. And turning Destro and Affliction into basically these standstill cast, with your demons. If you stuff it up, you basically stuffed your DPS up. But, I don't know. I suppose that's what they want.
We must overcome this peril.
And this should be probably something I've already
Stormsong
got.
will be pure once more.
shuttles have we got here? Was that a 3? I've probably got these a few times. Let's just have a look. Yeah, I have. It's exactly the same. Yeah. Well, 8.1 launches tonight, or tomorrow at least, by 1 o'clock tonight, I believe. So, let me entertain you. Hang on, what am I doing? Alright, let's head back to town. Might as well try to get this artifact power done. No frames dropped. 7-8% CPU usage on OBS. System is about 60% on the GPU, 60-odd% on the CPU. Not bad. Running roughly 4K, downscaling to 1080p for the stream. Now, I think there was, yeah, the FPS drops in a 20 odd in the city here. There was one thing I was going to do. Oh, that's right. I've got to finish off hero raids, but let me just see if it's worth my time. Unless I get raids. Home. Oh dear. Hero. Let's get Telok. I've got the mythic version at 385. Mythic version, no. Wouldn't mind that. Mother, does Mother give me anything? I've already got the mythic version in my bag. I already got those. Fetid. I've got everything there from Fetid. I've got everything there. 370's crit master. Yeah, I've got that a few times. Vectus I'm not even interested in because it doesn't drop me anything. I've got that trinket. I've got that one unless it rolls better. That chest, what does that chest do for us? It'd be great to add to the repertoire. I've got that, that's fine. Gahoon, that's right. I didn't run Gahoon last week because I got that. Pretty much got that. Didn't have that one. I already got that, I believe. Yeah, so for gear wise, yeah, hero, it's not really, yeah. Mythic though, it's a whole different thing on mythic level. Getting there's the hard part. Alright, let's just get into these island things so I can get my level 31. Alright, where's me? Yeah, right beside me. Yeah, so BFA, I don't know if you're watching, if you've played BFA, you've got there, like I said, I'm 2 of 8 on Mythic. I got to say the better part of the last 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks, probably the last month, I haven't progressed further into the Mythic Pluses. I just haven't had the time. By the time I've done the dungeon runs through the week, balancing life, business, work, partner, doesn't give me the time. And she's not a gamer. So, weekends and, so I get 2 or 3 days a week to do it, and at the moment you can bust your balls. If you're running 9 keys or 10 keys, you're getting 385 gear, so you can't complain, I suppose. But that's the one thing I'd probably like to be in as a guild, where there's a solid Mythic Plus team, a 1 to 2 rated team. You got your grade A, grade B, and there's a good mixture. People can fight to, you know, get there.
We're here, and this wind's not doing my hair any favors. Let's get the Azurite and get out quick, yeah?
Looks like this place has a lot to offer. Shade, loot, oh, the Alliance. Well, now it's ruined. That thing ain't cheap!
We all died. GPU's at 90% now. Why is that? I suppose it's doing its job. Well, I haven't missed these islands. Let's just say that. With Fallout 76, oh, some more battles.
Fix in time! You ain't nothing. You ain't seen the last of me.
You guys tank it, I'll dot it. We're going in it again, are we? Is this the tank I'm following? Yep, okay. Oh, where the hell did he come from? Where the fuck is all this shit coming from? Get off my back. Fucking hell! Good to see the GPU working hard. Oh, it's also streaming as well.
This island's coughing up a serious amount of azurite. There should be a large cluster of it nearby.
Good fortune.
Okay. Where's the... oh, he's over there.
Azurite detectors up. We should have a view of the whole island now.
We died. Here's the fucking tank.
Hull's half full of Azurite. Keep it up. You're doing great. Pirate ship on the horizon. Probably looking to plunder this place too. Pirates are always doing that.
Who the hell is this prick?
Just about done here. Eyes sharp, ears open. You've got this.
Didn't plan this out very well, did you?
In time!
You never let me down. I like that in a crew.
Okay, CPUs up to around 60, GPUs dropped down to 50. 8.1's probably going to take advantage of the threadedness as well. We'll see if that means anything.
I have many, many wares. Farewell, friend of the Grummels.
Alright, well I've got to make some phone calls, so I've got to do a bit of a runner. It's roughly about an hour, I think. Yeah, it's about an hour's worth of questing and playing, all the rest of it. So that's all your mojo. I am noticing, well, in this environment I can sense it, so I'm going to kill the stream and just see what happens performance-wise here.